Good morning, class. I want you to turn to page number 56 in your geography textbooks. Now, today we start a new chapter, Asia, the largest continent, chapter number 6. This is the last chapter of your half-yearly syllabus. Now, in this chapter, we will be learning about the location and extent of Asia, political divisions, the physical divisions that are the northern lowlands, the central highlands, plateaus, river basins, islands, the climate of Asia, natural vegetation and wildlife. Now, first of all, I want you to bring your pencils. Keep your pencils in hand. Keep on underlining what I have underlined. Coming to page number 57. Asia is the largest continent of the world with more than half of the world's population and 1/3 of the total land area. It has two most populous countries of the world, China and India. The Caucasus Mountains form the natural boundary between Asia and Europe. Asia covers eastern and northern hemisphere. So it lies in the eastern and northern hemisphere. Whatever you see underlined, children, please make sure you underline it as well. Now, location and extent. The main part of Asia is located completely in the eastern hemisphere as well as in the northern hemisphere, except a few islands below the equator whose some parts are in the northern hemisphere. Asia covers 8.6% of the world's total surface area. East-west extent is about half the circumference of the earth. So you can very well imagine how huge the extent is of the continent. Three important parallels of latitude such as equator, Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle are passing through it. As far as its shape is concerned, it forms more or less a triangle. See, broader here and then it tapers to the south. Now, the Arctic Ocean lies to the north of Asia. See, Arctic Ocean is here north. Then we have the Mediterranean Sea to the west. Then we have the North Pacific Ocean here to the east and Indian Ocean to the south. Now, the Arctic Ocean lies to the north of Asia, the Pacific Ocean to the east, the Mediterranean Sea to the west and the Indian Ocean to the south. The Ural Mountains, the Ural River, the Caspian Sea, the Caucasus Mountains and the Black Sea separated from Europe. So when we turn to the physical map of Asia, I'll show you all those. The Red Sea and the Suez Canal separated from Africa, whereas the Bering Strait separates it from North America. Asia is the bigger half of, see, Bering Strait will be somewhere here. Now, Asia is the bigger half of Eurasia. Europe and Asia together are called Eurasia. Now, from north to south, it stretches from 80 degrees north to 10 degrees south in latitude, and from east to west, it extends from 25 degrees east to 170 degrees west. It covers an area of 44,579,000 square kilometers. Now, coming to political divisions of India. There are around 59 countries in Asia. The countries vary in size to a great extent. In one hand, there is a large size country called Russia with 17.1 million square kilometer area, and on the other hand, tiny groups of islands form a country with the smallest area of only 90,000 square kilometer. Now, a list of all Asian countries with the capitals is given in the next page. So, children, this is quite a lot. Many of the countries you already know, and you know about their capitals also. So, this is something very important. You need to learn the names of the countries and the capitals as well. Now, over here, they have shown the physical map. Political map of Asia, not the physical map, children. Now, let us quickly see Bering Strait, I told you, is somewhere here. This is the Bering Sea here. And then when we talk about Caucasus Mountains and all, and the Caspian Sea is shown here. Okay, this is just a political map of India. Not all the physical features are shown here. So children, this is the Red Sea. Okay, and this is what separates it from Africa. And here we have where Egypt is. This is Mediterranean Sea. This is Caspian Sea over here. And then we have the Suez Canal here. Then what else can I show you here? Now all the countries are marked over here. Now this table given on page number 59 is very important to remember, children, because often people refer to a particular part of the continent, and this is when we talk about East Asia, Japan, North Korea, South Korea, China and Taiwan. So if somebody is talking about the East Asian countries, then these 5 countries form East Asia. South Asia, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka and the Maldives form the South of Asia. Southeast Asian countries are Brunei, Cambodia, East Timor, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand and Vietnam. Then we have the Southwest Asian countries, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Oman, Bahrain, UAE, Kuwait, Iran, Iraq, Jordan, Syria, Israel, Lebanon and Turkey. West Asian countries are Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. So this is very important to remember. Now coming to page number 60, now all the physical divisions of Asia are given over here. Now as we learn about the various divisions, I'll show you what they are talking about. I'll show you in the map. Now the physical divisions of India underline Asia is also known as continents of contrast or a land of diversity. There is a lot of difference regarding relief, climate, vegetation and other geographical features. The Asian continent with its diversity can be divided into the following major physical divisions: the northern lowlands, the central highlands, plateaus, river basins and islands. Now the first thing that we study is about the northern lowlands. The northern lowlands are divided into 2 parts, the Siberian plain and the Turan plain. So children, here you see the West Siberian plain. Now then let us see what do they say about the Siberian plain. The northern part of the continent is the world's vast and extensive lowland and is called the Siberian plain. Underline, it stretches between the Ural mountains in the west and river Yenisei in the east. It is the largest continuous stretch of lowland in the world. So we are looking for Ural mountains and river Yenisei. So children, you have river Ob over here and this is the river Yenisei. Now river Ob, river Yenisei, they drain out into the Arctic Ocean. You see the Ural mountains over here. It is widest in its west is this side, so it is very wide over here, whereas in its east, see here, it narrows down. Now the Yablonnoy and Stanovoy ranges are also located in the eastern part of the Siberian plain. Now the Yablonnoy and the Stanovoy ranges are here, children. Can you see clearly? Yablonnoy and Stanovoy ranges to the east of the Siberian plain, and the Altai mountains in its southeast. Now Altai mountain is in the southeast, children. Here see, the thing is, when they are the spellings given in the text here and in the map are for some particular things it is different. Now so I'll show you the Altai mountains also later on. So now coming to the plain slopes towards the north. So the north is over here, so the plain slopes, because the plain slopes towards the north, therefore the river Ob, Yenisei, Lena, all these rivers, they drain into the Arctic Ocean. Now it is traversed by the 3 rivers Ob, Yenisei and Lena. Children, Ob and Yenisei I have already shown you. Yenisei, Lena I was not able to find out over here. So maybe it is marked very small and it is difficult to see with a naked eye. So we'll see it in the physical map of Asia when you come to school. Now these rivers flow from the south to the north to flow into they drain into the Arctic Ocean. During winter, the lower courses and mounts of these rivers remain frozen. As it is in the northern hemisphere, children, close to the Arctic Ocean, okay, North Pole, so in winters the mouths of these rivers remain frozen. In spring, when the mouths are frozen, the upper courses of the remain blocked and the water overflows their banks. Now this portion, the mouth where it is draining into the ocean, it remains frozen. So where the river originates from somewhere here. So when it is during the spring, the snow is melting, the glaciers are melting, the rivers are full of water. But as this portion, the mouth is still frozen, then there is no place for the water to flow smoothly. So the rivers overflow their banks. This makes the flat plain swampy and marshy. The western part is a flat plain, whereas the eastern part is an eroded plateau. So the western part is what? It is a flat plain. Western part is this one. It is the flat plain, whereas the eastern part is eroded plateau here. And this is all wet, marshy area. Now let us quickly take up the Turan Plain. The Turan Plain is a lowland around the Aral Sea. Now children, Aral Sea is here. Can you see? Okay, so that is the lowland around the Aral Sea. That is called the Turan Plain, the entire area. It is an area of inland drainage. What is inland drainage? Drained by various rivers. And which major rivers are we talking about? Traversed by the two rivers Amu Darya and Sir Darya, both of which flow into the Aral Sea. So for you, I have marked the Amu Darya and Sir Darya. These are the rivers which drain the Turan plain. Now here they have given the 10 tallest mountain peaks in Asia along with their height. Mount Everest being the highest. Then we have the Godwin Austen, which is located in India. Then we have Kanchenjunga, which is in Nepal, Lhotse in Nepal, Makalu in Nepal. Then Cho Oyu is in Nepal-Tibet border. And then Dhaulagiri is in Nepal, Manaslu is in Nepal, Nanga Parbat is in Nepal, and Annapurna is also in Nepal. So of all the highest peaks of Asia, only Mount K2, the short form is K2, and or Godwin Austen is the only one which is located in India. So we will K2, is it shown over here? Vindhya range, Hindu Kush. They have shown Khyber Pass, Indus, Karakoram. The Pamirs they have shown, but Mount Godwin Austen they have not shown over here. Okay, when we'll look at the physical map of India, then I'll show it to you in that. Now with that, I'll close the video for today's class. In the next class, we'll take up the central highlands and the plateaus. Now I want you to very carefully go through, whenever you have the time, you have to learn about the different countries of Asia along with their capitals. You should know about a rough idea you should have about the latitudes and longitudes which pass through the continent of Asia, okay, and the major physical features which separate it from the other continents of the world. When you take up the physical divisions, children, please make sure that you learn thoroughly about the Siberian plain and the Turan plain. Till that time, stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you.